third of the Norman Rundown. I'm Preslie, and today we're talking about OU campus life. I have two special guests with me, Luke and Fletcher. Okay, so I feel like a big part of going to school is choosing a school, and so I feel like a great way to start the conversation about OU life is our process on choosing OU. I'll go first because mine was kind of long. I grew up a huge Clemson fan. My dad played soccer there. I wanted to go to school there, but that's in South Carolina, and that's really far from Texas. And so shifting from Clemson, I wanted to go to Oklahoma State, which says enough as is. My parents took me on a tour. We went to OU, Oklahoma State, and then Arkansas, but I wanted nothing to do with OU. OU was just like, I did not want to go there. And actually, OU was the first stop we went to, and I loved it. And then we went to Oklahoma State, and I thought it smelled like cow poop, because, it's an ag school, but it smelled terrible there. And then Arkansas was pretty, but I already had my mind made up about OU. And then I came here for a full tour, and I was like, feels like home. And then I knew I wanted to go to Gaylord, because it's the #1 media program, I believe. I don't know if I think it's the wrong.
They were like #2 when I toured, but now they're like #1.
Now we're #1, which is awesome. And so, yeah, what schools did you guys look at?
So my experience was a little bit different. I really had no idea where I wanted to go going into my senior year of high school. And then I had a few criteria I wanted it to meet. I want it to be close, but not too close. I'm from Dallas, so it's a good drive where it's not too far. I want it to be a pretty big school. I was also going into engineering, so they had a great program here, but I really knew once I took a tour, I saw the campus and I just knew it felt right. I didn't really need to look at any other schools after that.
Were you considering any other schools?
I was considering A&M and then Arkansas. A lot of people from Dallas went to Arkansas, so I knew people there, but it just wasn't the same.
Yeah, Arkansas was pretty, but it was so hilly, and it was just...
I just didn't feel like driving there to even tour it, so I was like, why would I
It's
drive
far
there?
from Dallas.
Yeah.
It's like, what, like 5 hours?
It's like 4
It's 6 for me, because I'm like further south.
What about you? What was your experience like?
In high school, I was still trying. Well, I didn't really know I wanted to do aviation till like my junior or senior year. Up until then, I thought I wanted to do like engineering or computer science. So I've applied, and I'm from Colorado, so I applied and like got into School of Mines, which is like a really good engineering school there.
You know that smart school?
Yeah, and that's probably where I would have been if I didn't want to do aviation. Once I knew I wanted to do aviation, we started touring those types of schools. The really big one is like Embry-Riddle, so I toured that one, but that one's significantly more expensive than like a lot of them are in Arizona, so went around, did a lot of those ones. But then I figured out OU had one, so then we came on a tour here, and it felt the most like a college, but then also had a really good aviation program. So that's probably why I ended up coming here. But I mean, on the tour, my dad wore a UT shirt. So
Wait, did he go to UT?
yeah, both of my parents met at UT. Then that's
That's kind of cute though.
like all of my like baby photos up until before I came here, I was wearing UT shirts past.
That's cute.
Yeah.
No, that's actually not cute. I think it's cute that your parents met there, but like the UT stuff isn't cute.
No, like the last time they came to visit, he was wearing a UT shirt and was like, I was like, what
He's
are
so
you
brave.
doing?
Yeah,
That's
on
great.
campus corner, he's wearing that.
I mean, when you come to OU, like most of the people you meet will be from the DFW area, which is crazy.
Everyone in this room.
Everyone in this room pretty much. I mean, I guess you're pretty much Texan now. But like freshman year in my dorm, both people on both sides of my dorm were both from my high school. I knew them since probably like middle school, which is crazy. I mean, and then I was just in class the other day and talking to these two girls, and they were both from McKinney, and I was just like, no idea who they were, but they're from McKinney. I'm just always finding people from DFW, which is insane.
It's a good conversation starter.
And we have a big friend group, and like half of our friend group is from the DFW area, which is crazy. All right, so one of the first things you'll do when you come to OU is Camp Crimson, which is, I think it's a week long now, but when we were freshmen, it was 2 weeks where you get assigned a group and you have to do some trainings. I think it's like think alcohol awareness training, and then like a sexual assault training. And then
no means no type.
yeah,
Oh,
like
that's what it
the
was.
consent training. And then there are also just a bunch of fun events you can attend. They had, was it like the retro part?
Yeah, Veteran Night.
Retro
Or, like,
night.
Silent Disco.
Silent disco. They had a foam party.
The carnival.
They had a
I had a movie night.
Oh, I did go to that.
I
Wasn't
went to
Little
that.
Mermaid?
It was Little Mermaid.
I remember
Oh,
you telling me
what?
about
I watched Super Mario Bros.
Okay,
Oh.
they had multiple movie nights. What else? And then also for us, they had the next week, and it was just kind of like fun little excursions. We went ice skating. We went to the museum.
Y'all went ice skating.
Heyday.
We went to Heyday as well. Yeah, I was terrible at ice skating. It was so bad. It was so bad. I remember you were skating circles around everyone though.
I don't even remember why I knew how to skate. I don't remember going ice skating recently.
I'm like clinging onto the wall and Fletcher's just like going like circles, and then Tyler's falling. For context, Tyler's like this 6'4", like just long limbed dude, and so just imagine him not graceful on the ice. It's hilarious. But with Camp Crimson, I know you didn't have a similar experience. I mean, I know you said you didn't really show up, right?
I showed up to the first day, and then some of the people I met, we just kind of hung out. We didn't really do all that much, but it's not like I didn't do anything. What I did do is a lot of some of the Christian clubs on campus, they did like sand volleyball every night, so I did that for like 2 weeks straight, and I would go over there for like 2 or 3 hours most nights.
Jeez.
And just hang out, basically.
On the other hand, though, we, like, the first day you're in Camp Crimson, they basically make you sit with your groups and play, like, icebreaker games, which I hated, by the way. I am not somebody who loves icebreakers, and so I kind of hung out, like, on the sidelines. I found one of my best friends, Nicole, and we kind of just sat on the side. We all met, and I think the people who really cared about making friends stayed. So, like, half of the group left, and then the core group stayed. And, like, I met Fletcher, and we met, like, pretty much all of our really close friends. And because of Camp Person, I met him, which he's my boyfriend. I don't think I ever didn't say that.
How did you guys meet if he wasn't going then?
So one of our other friends, I mentioned him earlier, Tyler, the one I kept following while skating. Tyler and him were roommates, and so Tyler was in our Camp Crimson group. And then it was like a month in, maybe, or a couple weeks
he
in.
just asked me I wasn't doing anything. He said, "Hey, you want to come to like dinner or hang out or something?"
Oh, we went to a volleyball game, I think.
Yeah, something
That's
like
how we
that.
met.
And then I said yes, and then I liked hanging out with them more than who I was hanging out with. So then I just started hanging out with them more, and that's how and then I met her in that.
Yeah, now it's like 2.5 years later, I can.
Yeah.
Just about. Oh. Yeah, it's been a while, but I mean, because of Camp Person, I wouldn't have met him if I didn't like keep going to Camp Person. And like now we have pretty much our entire friend group is because of Camp Person, minus a few, but I know it seems kind of stupid at first because it's like you're forced to socialize, you're forced to go to these events, but I mean, my sister met her friends because of Camp Crimson. She's a freshman here, and I definitely think it's something worth trying to go to. I mean, if you're dead set on not going, I wouldn't spend the money on going. But, I mean, I think it's worth it to just show up and...
You get a scholarship for going.
Yeah.
Mine was like $300.
Yeah. And also, like, if you really love Camp Crimson, you can be, you can be a leader.
Oh, counselor.
Counselor? I don't remember what it's called. And we also had the best counselor, too. Richard. Shout out Richard. He graduates this year. He was really nice. And so I think it's really... It's just who your group is, because I know, like, some people didn't have the best group.
I couldn't tell you a single person's name from my group.
Yeah.
Because they were all frat and sorority people, and after the first day, I never saw them again.
Yeah, I mean, we had a decent amount of sorority and frat guys and stuff, and they left within, like, I mean, the second day they were gone. But
Out their pits.
Yeah. I mean, it's cheesy, but I mean, everybody there is clueless. No one knows anybody yet, really, and everyone's trying to make friends. So if you go hoping to make friends and that's your goal, you most likely will.
just gotta put effort into showing up.
And all clubs do like events, or like if your majors do events too. So if you go there, you'll meet people that are also interested in the same thing as you, which is always an easy way to talk to people.
You know, when you're putting in the effort to finding friends in your major too, that also makes just like learning so much easier because you have people, like if you miss class, you have people to rely on. Like I know you aviation people are really close and like
Yeah.
y'all
I
really
mean,
like are a community.
now there's a lot more people than when I first got here, but the first class that I was in with a lot of those people I still know.
So a big part of being a freshman at OU is dorm life. I lived in Couch, which I feel like people kind of make fun of quite a bit, but I loved it. I felt like I met people very easily. Where did you guys live?
I lived in Walker, similar to Couch. It's definitely a dorm. Like you know that going into it, but you'll have roommates and suite mates, and you can meet them. And the RAs will host like a lot of floor events, and you meet a lot of people on your floor.
Mm-hmm.
I lived at Headington somehow. The Headington, whatever, the one where like half
White
the
Hall?
athletes live. Yeah, Headington Hall, which was interesting because they split it up boy and girl because it's like half athletes and half just normal people. But I mean,
Was your roommate an athlete?
no, it was all of my roommates were just normal people.
Just average.
But I think one of them said he had like a mold allergy or something, and that's why he couldn't live in the old dorms. I just don't think he wanted to live there. But
That's fair.
They really weren't that bad though. I mean, like they had their moments of being kind of crappy, but like
Wait, Preslie, where did you say you live?
Couch.
Dude, the people that are like watching this and potentially coming here might not have Couch and Walker.
oh, it's. I think they're getting.
Which
out
one?
that
Which
was
one
small.
is it going
Walker's
first? I think Walker's
Walker's
going
still-
next.
Yeah.
But I mean, casual.
Rest in peace, Walker. But I will say, my sister's a freshman here, and she lives in McCaslin, the new dorms, and they are so nice. You have like the hangout center, like you can just hang out. They have ice machines. They have stovetop, huge TV that they all like. My sister plays Mario Kart with her roommates. I'm so jealous. I would have loved to live there. Did you? I think you went, right?
No, I wasn't there.
No, you weren't there. Oh, it's so nice. Like it's like an upgraded Couch and Walker.
Yeah, no, I was talking to them when they were planning like how they were gonna go about building it, and they were taking a lot of input from the people living in Walker and Couch. So, I mean, they targeted it for the freshmen.
Yeah, and they're almost done with the second one. And I have no idea what they're gonna do once Walker and Couch is torn down. But
Is McCaslin anything like Cross?
it's kind of like a mix between Cross and Couch. Like it's nice, like because you have like a kitchenette in there, and you've got a microwave, a space for microwave, space for mini fridge.
Wait, for every room?
Yeah, it's like a tiny kitchenette. It's like the size of Couch and Walker's dorms, but it's just like you have a little like
Mm-hmm.
kitchen area.
Still make people sleep. Same.
Yeah, you're still like next to each other when you're sleeping.
Force you to socialize,
Yeah,
not sedative you.
yeah.
Did
So
y'all
it's-
ever make a mega bed?
I knew people that did.
Me and my roommate were going to, but like, our room was just not built for that.
I don't think I could have been that close to my room.
I saw people do everything with their beds. I've seen a lot of layouts. But
If you're in Headington Hall, you go to full size bed.
Oh,
Yeah, but I mean, you're not gonna meet anyone. I didn't meet a single person in my dorm because like, you'd have athletes or you just really never see it.
your dorm also just always like the hallway always reeked of weed.
That's
Which
crazy.
was crazy because it was the atheist dorm. But it was cool though, because when we would go there, like, because our friend group would just hang out in their dorm because it was huge. But you would always just see, like, I knew we would see Jackson Arnold walk by.
like the next door down.
Like, we would see, like, a bunch of the football players and baseball players and stuff walk by, which is cool.
Where are you guys living now?
So, well, we all live at the collective. Fletcher's going to be at the collective, in the summer.
Where are you at now, Fletcher?
right now I'm at I believe it's called Montero Park now. It used to be called Campus Lodge. It's down Lindsay. It's in a little neighborhood.
We looked into getting an apartment pretty early on freshman year just because I knew like availability was limited. I think we started looking like September for housing.
It was early.
It was early, but I mean, I'm very thankful. I mean, I love the collective. It's like it's a house. So like huge kitchen, living room, 5 bedrooms in my house. Yours too.
Yeah. Originally, sophomore year though, I lived at Millennium, which don't recommend anyone ever.
Yeah,
does that.
don't live in the Millennium. It's really
Unless
crappy.
you want to have more roommates than roommates.
Yeah, that was gross. The
Yeah.
amount of roaches y'all had.
Yeah, and like at one point the water went out for a week, and I brought porta potties.
That happened 2 times.
Yeah, I think after
I feel like they don't have enough sense of urgency to even fix her.
Yeah, no, they brought in gallons of water downstairs. And we're like, here you go.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the showrooms or anything because it's just not.
Millennium used to be the shit. When I was like a freshman and they were like, come move to Millennium. Everyone's living at Millennium. I'm like, oh, I want to live there. I ended up at the Ab. They're just like pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard good things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I toured that too.
Although, like, the only reason I'm moving out is because, like, I need a shorter lease, and that would add $200 to my rent right now. So, yeah. But, maintenance is responsive at the Avs.
I don't know. I will say though, at the collective, maintenance sometimes is not the greatest. I actually, I think December, we had the water heater kept going out, and they came and like unplugged a hose, and normally they're supposed to put a hose into like a bucket, and it just didn't go into the bucket, so it leaked into our ceiling. And I came back. I was the only roommate that came back, and there was just water everywhere on the floor, leaking out of the ceiling. It was, yeah, I was like, what the hell? I was just standing there.
Even live it.
Yeah, and then my roommate's dog was freaking out, and so I'm like, I don't even know what to do. I'm like running upstairs to grab the dog so she's not freaking out, and I'm just like, our ceiling looked so bad. Like, it was awful. And then they just really painted over it. Like, they were like, yeah, no, we looked for mold. And I'm like, I don't believe you. I don't know. I feel like if you're unplugging a whole water tank, like, you should, like, monitor it a little more closely. But they just left it, and then it just went into the ceiling. Yeah, that was...
Where else is there to live?
Callaway.
Callaway.
That's the bougie.
Yeah.
I've heard like good things about Cali.
I've heard good
Yeah.
things. Although
It's
I've heard
just
that one's a party
very
one.
expensive too. Like you're paying probably over $1,000.
Yeah.
You're also paying for the location, like
Yeah.
in the football games. You can
walk through it. That was nice about Millennium too. You could just walk to the game, but now we have to like we still drive there, I guess, but
That's
it'd
what
be
I
nice if we could just walk.
That's what I miss about freshman year, is just going from the dorms to the football games, and now going from off campus to here is kind of a pain.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite things about being a freshman was you didn't have to cook yourself food. I was like, I sit there all the time, like when I'm making food, and I'm like, man, I miss the calf, which was awesome. Like the calf, I think that was probably my favorite place to eat.
I love the calf.
The calf. Where was your favorite?
Yeah, because it just had all the options. It's basically just like
It's a buffet, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because you got the Greek food. I never tried the Greek food. Did you?
Greek
Oh,
food's
I
never did.
It was good?
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A. I love the
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
The Asian food is kind of good there. The
Yeah,
Chinese
I got
food.
that.
Yeah, they had barbecue.
Yeah, then they looked Italian.
The Mexican place was good.
Oh, the pizza.
Yeah,
Mexican
that's what I
place
heard.
was
Oh,
so
I-
good.
I know a
And then they had, like,
pizza.
They had, like, Thanksgiving food. Like, it was just, like, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. That was my favorite. That's where I went the most. I was like, mashed potatoes and gravy? Oh, I love mashed potatoes and gravy.
Every once in a while, they have like the special dinners too. Like I remember, I think it was Mardi Gras. They had a dinner.
They had a crawfish, right?
Yeah, they had a
crawfish
crawfish.
Yeah, they had a crawfish boil. And actually, it wasn't bad, surprisingly. And then also a huge favorite in our group was Basic Need. We went there all the time. They had the best pasta. It was so cheesy and I miss Basic.
They were open late too.
Yeah.
Dunham would. I like Dunham, but they would close at like 6 or 7.
Oh, yeah. It's done a few times.
Yeah, well, Basic Need. Well, the one thing that was kind of annoying about Basic Need was how busy it was all the time. But you know now, like as freshmen, they have online ordering, so you could just place online orders anywhere.
Oh, I did hear that. Yeah.
I'm like, Sydney's, yeah, my sister's like, yeah, I placed the online order to go pick up here, and I was like,
That's nice.
I'm like, y'all are living the bougie life. I'm so jealous because we didn't have that. That would have made life so much easier.
I like Glow too.
Glow.
Acai bowls.
I never had an acai bowl there. I had a
That's
wrap.
what like wrap.
I like the wraps there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And the smoothies.
chicken bacon ranch wrap. That
Mm.
was good.
Credo was good every once in a while.
Oh,
I like the
Credo.
chicken tenders there,
too.
but it always had a smaller line, so it was.
But also, it
Way
took
faster.
forever to get your food.
I mean, it was still faster than Basic Meat though.
That you, yeah. I would also consider, well, Headington food. It wasn't great.
Yeah, I would just go there maybe a couple of times a week for like lunch, but I mean, it was not bad, not great.
I feel like they made it healthier because it was the athlete dorm. I
Yeah,
think.
and it was better stocked than most places. Like they had actual chefs there that you could get like food made to order there, so that was always nice. If you wanted like a specific type of like bowl of food, I guess they would make it for you. But
Dunham also had the chefs, right? Where you could like they did like the cheeseburger
yeah,
orders, right?
yeah.
Oh,
It's
we
a
didn't really
break-
get Dunham too much.
I ate at Dunham.
I ate breakfast there a couple times. Just they'd like make a omelet or like egg scramble thing for you.
I liked the cafeteria style tables. Those were fun.
Yeah.
Wait,
Also-
where? At Dunham?
I don't know. That's why not like that, but like kind of the long.
Oh,
It's
those
a really
ones.
good. Well, Dunham's also easily the prettiest dining hall we have.
Reminds me of Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm. I know. I always feel so excited when I'm there. And then when you go in the like great reading room in the library,
Oh yeah, study spots.
study spots. I don't really study on the campus too much. When I was a freshman, I would mostly just do my homework in my dorm, or I would just do it at the union, and eat Chick-fil-A at the same time.
I'd always go to like a top floor of the library where it was completely silent, because there's like giant tables and you could just have a giant table yourself and like spread out everything, and then just knock out all the homework there.
Well, also like I feel like with aviation, you guys have the big maps and stuff that
Yeah.
you need ring for.
And a lot of people tend to go to like the bottom floors of the library or even top or whatever. So going to the top floors, and I liked working when it was silent. So
Yeah, and then I always liked having a little noise, so I always tried to get a seat on the bottom floor. They had the best seats down there, the best little study spots, but it's usually pretty packed. So otherwise, I would usually just go up to like an upper floor and be a little bit quieter. But every once in a while, you can reserve study rooms. So if you ever have like projects with other people, it's a great way to do it.
you can also just go around to random buildings and they'll have little study spots like here. I remember sophomore year, I would just sit in one of the like just find an empty desk over here in between classes and
Have y'all been up to the balcony up here?
Yeah.
If the weather's like perfect, no wind, not too hot, I go up there to study.
Yeah. I mean now definitely like this year I spend most of my time in Gaylord while I'm advertising here. So I study upstairs a lot. It's my favorite.
There's a lot of spots.
Also Lindsay and Asp, the computer lab area, that one's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of group meetings in there too for my class.
Couch has on the first floor. I think Walker had the same thing. There was like a study area.
Oh yeah.
Spent a lot of time in their freshman year, like after the library closed. Has anyone pulled an all-nighter at the library?
No.
I feel like that's not even possible.
Not
I
the
thought they'd kick you
library.
out.
I think during
Like,
finals
take
week they're open 24/7.
Yeah, I think so.
I remember one time I went to like the 14th floor of Sarkis Energy Center, and you could see like the entire town in Norman
Why?
to study for, I think, one of my chet rides. Just me and one of my roommates, we went up there, and we had like this giant whiteboard to work with. Because all the buildings they leave open for the most part until very, very late at night, so you can just go anywhere, and as long as the door's open, might as well use the room. So we had this really nice room at the top of Sarkis, which is probably the tallest room on campus, the tallest building on campus, I think.
Speaking of aviation, I just want to talk about aviation because the program here is so cool. You'll just be walking on campus and like you'll just see the OU planes flying overhead, which I think is really cool. Also I feel like, well, aviation's number one, right?
Yeah, it's somewhere up there. It's pretty highly rated.
I've met so many aviation people at OU. Sure, I mean a lot of our friend group is aviation, but it's what's your favorite part about aviation here?
I mean, I always liked how the program was structured. Like it's very set in its ways, and it is very obvious on how to succeed in it. So like I started kind of at OU with the 0 flight hours, and now I have like 200 something, and this semester I should get like my flight instructor certificate or whatever. But it's also off campus by like 15 minutes because we have our own airport. 15 minutes on the north side of Norman, so that's maybe one of the drawbacks is that you have to I don't even have a class on campus now, and next year I probably won't either. All my classes are at the airport because they have they have classrooms up there as well, and then all my flying courses are also up there. So,
Well, you also have the built-in business minor too, which is really cool.
oh yeah. So I'll have one class on campus because they give us a business minor as well.
Yeah, but also like it's cool too because you don't have to fly if you like aviation, like because you can do aviation management. They have helicopters now, right?
Yeah, that
It-
was recent.
ATC.
Yeah, that's probably one of the things they're more known for is the ATC program.
Really?
Yeah, because you can come here with zero experience, and then once you graduate from here, you can go straight to like a control tower, which is town crazy.
That was crazy. Aviation's cool. I don't think I never really was aware of like flight schools or anything until I came here, and I've met so many aviation kids, and it's a big deal here. Like I feel like, and the airport's really cool. There's also a really cool restaurant at the airport where you can just sit there and eat and then watch the planes take off.
Have you
which is-
flown out of there?
I haven't. He wants me to fly with him, but those small planes scare me. So,
They scare me too.
well, they also have the summer camp here for kids, and so they get to fly with the CFIs and stuff. We both, I mean, he's teaching there this summer. I taught there last summer, but I stuck with the littles because I just like the little kids. But he was with the high schoolers, and so he got to teach them more like advanced aviation stuff. And I was just telling the kids like, this is what the planes do. They fly. And they're just like, but yeah. And then engineering. I know we've got.
Engineering programs is good.
Yeah, I mean, I've known several people that have gotten waitlisted from OU when they were applying to the engineering program. And I mean, what's it like for you? Talk about your experience in engineering.
It's been a good program. I think there is a little bit of hands-on experience that you can get in some of the classes. Like one that stuck out to me was my freshman year. I took a class called Engineering Thinking, and there's a project at the end of that one where they put you in groups, and then each year it's different, but they have you fully design and build like a prototype, and then it's for like a real project. So for mine, we had to design something to help for planting seeds. So we went out and there was a real garden on campus that works with like OU Rec, and then we talked to the person that runs the garden, and we got to like work with her, see what she wanted, and so the best one usually gets used. So it was a cool experience.
That's cool.
And then another part of engineering that I think is really cool is the clubs. Like I'm not personally in one, but I know a lot of people in the clubs, and there's one for like all kinds of engineering majors, but they have the Rolls practice facility. It's like a garage that they all work in, so it's cool. I walk by it every day on my way to class, and you can see like what they're working on, and they go out, they do competitions, so it's just really cool to see.
What made you choose mechanical engineering versus like all the other ones?
I didn't really know a lot about the different kinds of engineering. Mechanical is usually the basic one that you kind of go into, but I don't know. I like the math part of it. I'm not as big on the science of like biology or anything. I like physics in high school, and then I don't know. I like working with my hands. That's
No, science and math. Nope.
Briefly talk about your advertising.
Yeah.
Program.
Advertising's really cool here because it's not in the business school, and so it's kind of if you don't want to take marketing, because marketing here you have to take accounting, business finance. You have to take I think like 2 classes of accounting. You have to do all the math and stuff, and I am just not a math or science person, and so advertising is pretty much marketing, but a little more creative. They make it so that your very first advertising class, you create a campaign over a random object. I had to promote a Tiki Santa glass. I don't know if y'all remember that, but
all I remember.
Tiki Santa cup. It was the weirdest project ever because, you know, I don't really know who would buy a Tiki Santa cup. But, I mean, they really set you up for success here at Gaylord. They have so many different organizations you can join. And, I mean, you take a class literally over everything in advertising. They get you into copywriting, which is more of like just writing. They've got you in design. They teach you how to make a campaign. They teach you how to research. We have an in-house advertising and PR agency, which is So cool. A lot of work. I don't know. I've heard some mixed reviews on that agency though. But you also have OU Daily that you can work for. They have an advertising and marketing department. There's also Sooner Vision, OU Nightly,
Sooner Sports Pad.
Sooner Sports Pad, Game Day U. I'm sure there's more. Greenlight, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
Greenlight. There are so many things.
Gatewood Hall Productions.
I mean, there's literally something for everyone. If you like sports, you could do sports broadcasting, and they've got, if you're in advertising, they've got professional writing if you want to be an author or work in like the publishing world. I actually don't know that many PW majors, though. I feel like that one's not
I feel like
as popular here.
there's a handful.
Maybe I've met a couple, but I feel like the most I meet is journalism.
Mm-hmm.
I mean-
PW, advertising, CMP. We're missing one.
PR.
PR.
PR is cool. I mean, I know PR, they put you with, you do an actual press release. Like, the professors come in and act as the journalists, and they basically put you up there and you have to act as a spokesperson, which is terrifying, I think. But I guess if you're in PR, that's kind of what you do. And then OU Nightly is a huge thing here. Like, I feel like most people I talk to, somebody is involved with OU Nightly. I mean, we keep getting awards for it, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Preslie, like, what are you drinking?
I am drinking the Nella Bean from Daily Grinds coffee shop off campus. Speaking of coffee shops, stay tuned for our next episode where we go over more fun food spots off campus. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and see you guys next time.